Hello guys, so this is my first video. I hope you enjoyed. Hey, wave at the camera. Um, yeah, not much to say really. Um, I don't know, it's just what the government's been doing, it's been scary. Let me read an article. This was put out today on TrueNews.com, and it's hard to read the typey thingy. China newspaper says to prepare for the worst after military confrontation. It's the Business Insider. Military and defense. China newspaper says to prepare for the worst after military confrontation with Japan in the East China Sea. After repeatedly flying surveillance aircraft into disputed airspace with Japan, which made Tokyo scramble F-15s in response, China sent fighters of its own on Thursday into the East China Sea. A Friday press release out of China confirms the incident began when Beijing was flying a Shaanxi Y-8 on the routine Thursday patrol over the oil and gas fields in the East China Sea. The fact that the aircraft was a Shaanxi Y-8 is interesting in that the Y-8 isn't necessarily any one particular aircraft. And it goes on to say it can be a transport aircraft or mineral research or geophysical surveying or electronic warfare to intelligence gathering. It is the perfect perfect plane for a game of cat and mouse. Perfect because if it's shot at, it can claim that it was the victim, because it's also a transport aircraft. It goes on, in the meantime, the plane can perform all manner of sophisticated tests on the seabed floor while eavesdropping on Japanese communications. China has been flying these planes consistently lately to surveil the contested island chain that's supposed to hold billions in oil and gas reserves. So it's about the oil, folks. So we need to realize these wars are getting started because they only care about the oil. The Chinese planes scattered soon after. Oh, no. A little further back. So again on Thursday, Japan spotted aircraft in its air defense identification zone above the islands that it believed to be Chinese J-7 interceptors, along with some J-10 fighters whose combat abilities rivaled that of Western jets. Japan responded with 2 F-15s scrambled from Naha, Okinawa, just a couple hundred miles away. There are minor variations from either side about who sent what first, but all agree the aircraft met above the islands. The Chinese planes scattered soon after, but this marked the first time China and Japan flung military assets at one another over the East China Sea island dispute. A line was crossed and staying behind it in the future will only be more difficult. And then the U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for East Asian and Pacific Affairs, Kurt Campbell, announced that he will be traveling to Seoul and Tokyo. What he decides in Tokyo will filter south to Naha, and the Japanese confronting the Chinese. So what do you think, guys? I think there's some scary stuff. and the article is very in-depth, and it has a lot being said in it. But I mean, I'm a Christian, and I really hope you are too. What does it have to do with this article? Well, I believe that we are reaching a climax in history. It is all coming to pass, just like the Bible said it would. Are we ready to face the judgment? Friends, are we ready to face Christ when He returns? Nations are rising its nation, and friends, I don't think we're all ready for that. But I'll leave it to you to decide. It's only my job to report. And thank you, and stay safe.